From the 331st Training Squadron, Flight 216, led by Staff Sergeant Christopher Jackson. Was one of these an honor flight? Okay, yeah. I keep forgetting they changed it up. From the 321st Training Squadron, Warrior Flight 213, led by Staff Sergeant Donald Davis. Fast cadence, Batman. From the 321st Training Squadron, Warrior Flight 214, led by Technical Sergeant Seneca Linder. From the 321st Training Squadron, Flight 221, led by Staff Sergeant Lillian Ramos. From the 321st Training Squadron, Flight 222, led by Senior Airman Marcus Dudley. From the 326th Training Squadron, Flight 209, led by Master Sergeant Christopher Crawford. Holy bent knee, Batman. From the 326th Training Squadron, Flight 210, led by Technical Sergeant John Halloran. From the 326th Training Squadron, Flight 219, led by Master Sergeant James Loera. From the 326th Training Squadron, Flight 220, led by Technical Sergeant Daryl Lyles. This morning, we pay special tribute to the men and women before us. They have successfully completed all graduation requirements and have demonstrated that they are ready to take their place as airmen in the world's greatest Air Force. We will mark their transition today from trainees to airmen by presenting them with the coveted Airman's Coin. Today's ceremony celebrates the remarkable accomplishments of this graduating class. Our nation's future rests upon the dedication of this new class of warriors who we honor today. Chief Master Sergeant Williams will now say a few words.
Good morning. General Patrick, Colonel Vetter, Colonel Palmer, Chief Wrecker, honorary group squadron commanders, first sergeants, and military training instructors, thank you for attending today's coin ceremony. Trainees, for the last 8.5 weeks, your military training instructors have challenged you to reach your maximum potential, both physically and mentally, as they prepared you for service to our great country and in our Air Force. In a moment, they will present you the coveted Basic Military Training Airman's Coin to signify your completion of this rite of passage we call Air Force Basic Military Training. This simple coin symbolizes our Air Force core values of integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. These core values are the price of admission to serve in our Air Force and to earning the title Airman as we team with our joint and coalition partners in completing our assigned missions worldwide. No matter how long you serve in the blue, as of this day, you will be known as Airmen for life. We are the world's premier air, space, and cyberspace power because you choose to serve and devote each day to being the best possible airman. Accordingly, as the senior military training instructor, I hereby acknowledge your completion of the basic training graduation requirements and recommend to the commander, 737 Training Group, that you receive your Airman's Coin. Today, you've earned the title Airman. Military training instructors, you may proceed.
Beautiful, for heroes proved in liberating strife. Who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, America, make God thy gold refined, till all success be nobleness, and every gain divine. And you know, when I was in school, we used to sing it something like this. Listen here. Oh, beautiful, far spacious skies, far amber waves of grain, far purple mountain majesties, over the fruited plain. But now wait a minute, I'm talking about the
and gentlemen, the commander, 737 Trinity Group, Colonel Glenn Palmer.
Good morning. Don't these airmen look simply magnificent? General Patrick, Mr. Redmond, Colonel Vetter, Chief Recker, Chief Williams, honorary group, squadron commanders, first sergeants, military training instructors, thank you for attending today's coin ceremony. To the military training instructors, you have skillfully molded these diverse citizens into airmen, ensuring they uphold the training standard of excellence and embody our core values of integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. You must be proud. Every 8 weeks, each of you individually produces another generation of men and women worthy of the title airman. You molded these airmen through extremely long days and at a personal sacrifice to yourself and your families. You are to be commended, but more importantly, highly respected. To the friends and family in the stands, I challenge you to stop each and every MTI, shake their hand, and tell them, well done. For you see, it is our superb MTI Corps who, for over 65 years, have been the guardians of the gateway to the Air Force. These incredible instructors ensure that only those citizens worthy of our proud heritage and our honored profession don the blue uniform of the most powerful Air Force in the history of mankind. MTIs, you have the most demanding job in the Air Force. Stand proud. You make a difference every day. To the family, friends, and loved ones, thank you for the support you have provided to your loved ones as they made the journey from a citizen to a trainee to an Air Force warrior. This transition was a life-changing moment for both you and these young airmen standing before you. The transformation is not complete because we must now further educate them and train them in a unique skill set that will set them even further apart from whence they came. The presentation of the Airman's Coin is a mere symbol and recognition of this first step, but likely the most important step in a future that is only limited to the imagination and dedication of these great men and women. You entrusted basic military training with your treasured loved one. In return, I give you a warrior airman, more focused, more respectful, and more disciplined. They have taken an oath to defend this nation, our allies, and our worldwide partners against bullies and tyrannical leaders that seek to destroy our way of life or the promise of a better future for those unable to defend themselves. They join the roll of honor of all of those who came before them. They are our future. To our graduating airmen, I'm honored to be your commander. Today you stand here different in virtually every aspect of your life. You have low crawled through the Texas clay, bumped your head and shins on the dirty name, fell into the murky waters of the obstacle course, and defeated your fears at the beast. Then, once we got your attention with the pugil stick, we molded your minds with values like integrity, excellence, character, respect, a warrior ethos that will boldly serve you for the remainder of your lives. This noble character, along with the uniform you now wear, earns the respect and admiration of all you meet by virtue of your new status. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a secret weapon in the U.S. military. It is the ultimate weapon, these American airmen. Again, fellow warrior airmen, you have earned my deepest respect, and I look forward to serving beside you as we defend the Constitution. Welcome to the United States Air Force.
Thank you, Colonel Palmer. Instructors, place your flights at attention. At this time, we'd like to ask all airmen, past and present, to stand in a sign of respect and unity as our newest airmen now recite the Airman's Creed. I am an American airman.
I am a warrior. I have answered my nation's call. I am an American airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American airman, guardian of freedom and justice, my nation's sword and shield, its century and avenger. I defend my country with my life. I am an American airman, wingman, leader, warrior. I will never leave an airman behind. I will never falter, and I will!
Thank you. Please be seated. Instructors, place your flights at ease. This morning, we have honored our heritage of military customs and traditions as we welcome our newest airmen into the ranks of the United States Air Force. There are two purposes for this morning's retreat ceremony. The retreat ceremony is a solemn event conducted at every United States military installation around the globe. It signifies the end of the official duty day, but more importantly, it is to pay respect to our nation's flag. When we offer our respect for our flag and to our national anthem, we have an opportunity to reflect thoughtfully on the democratic principles that have made our nation great. The meaning of freedom, dignity of the individual, the pursuit of happiness, and national unity all come to mind when you think of our flag. It is the symbol of our nation to the world. Military members have a special bond with the flag. These American airmen are part of the flag's tradition because they symbolize the spirit and sacrifices of the military and dedication to the defense of this great nation and the principles it represents. When we salute the flag as it is lowered, we ask you to think. Think about the flag flying over Arlington and other national cemeteries. Think about the flag being carried into combat by the service members who preceded us. Think about the freedom Americans enjoy today, freedom without precedent in the history of the world. The men and women who stand before you today represent the projection of the strength behind our flag. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the sounding of retreat and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. The flag stands for peace, honor, truth, justice, and freedom. In the armed forces of the United States, during the ceremony of retreat, the flag is lowered, folded in a triangle fold, and kept under watch throughout the night as a tribute to our nation's honored dead. The next morning, it is brought out at the ceremony of reveille. The flag has been torn to strips and used as bandages for wounded combatants on the battlefield. It has been placed in the trembling arms of a grieving parent at the grave of their fallen son or daughter. It is flown at half-staff to honor all our military members. The flag has flown in every battle of every war for more than 200 years. It has flown at Valley Forge, Shiloh, and Gettysburg. It was there at San Juan Hill, the trenches of France, in the Argonne Forest, Anzio, Rome, on the beaches of Normandy. It was waved at Okinawa, Korea, Vietnam, Somalia, Kuwait, Iraq, and it is being waved today in Afghanistan. The flag has been burned, torn, and trampled on the streets of countries that America has helped set free, yet it remains invincible. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the playing and singing of the United States Air Force song and the departure of the official party. Thank you. Please be seated. Of Master Sergeant Stephen Larson. These airmen trainees are also in basic military training. Immediately following today's ceremony, Colonel Glenn Palmer and Chief Master Sergeant Ken Williams will be available for pictures adjacent to the podium.
Hi, Commander! Dismiss your flight!
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on a shelf in good health and good time. Yeah, thank you. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Troy.
This is where I did it. You have the time of your life.
You gotta get in here with your sister, man.
Say cheese.
That's what you made it.
The battery went down.
What's up, world? Like I said before, and I'm going to say it again, this is your boy Lazarus coming back at you here at Lackland Air Force Base. I got Basic Airman Ishka Wyndham. Anything you want to say to the people after 8 weeks of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears? Tell them right now on the camera. Tell everybody right now what you got to say right now.
I made it.
She made it. You heard her. Salute to everybody. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Ramatowski.
Almighty God, we thank you for this happy occasion that brings us together as fellow airmen, leaders, families, and friends. First, to recognize Chief Master Sergeant Juan Lewis's faithful service on behalf of a grateful nation. Second, to rejoice with these graduates on this special day of achievement and celebration. And we ask your blessing upon these young men and women who have worked many difficult weeks and have given so much of themselves to arrive at this moment in their life. We thank you for their families and the sacrifices they have made to make this day possible. We ask that you would give them joy as they witness the fruit of their labor. We also pray you would give to their leaders and instructors a sense of accomplishment for their faithful and dedicated service to these graduates. Grant these airmen that they may be zealous in the causes of truth, justice, and freedom, and may they always bring honor to the United States Air Force and to themselves. I ask all these things in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Ramatowski. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.